Good evening, fans. This is your girl from Mel'S Mat Chat, and this is episode 348 of the podcast. How is everybody doing today? Now you're probably wondering, why am I live right now? All right. I gotta go see my son on Saturday, and I gotta get stuff at stores, and it's a lot cheaper if I go instead of ordering it. So I'm gonna go do that. I have to go to Walmart, and I have to go to King Cullen, which is a local grocery store in my area. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And on top of it all, I have to do my laundry. So, I don't have anybody to basically, take care of this whole situation. So I want to get it done today. So I want to get that stuff done tomorrow. Plus, my man's coming for the until Thursday, and I really don't want to be doing this stuff. So, ergo, I'm doing the show tonight. Then you get me like a day early. So I will not be going live tomorrow. Tonight is the night. So hopefully everybody enjoys it. Speaking of that, can you please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe? Turn on the bell for all notifications so when I go live, do an upload or I do a short, you will all know. You will all know about it. Also, please do me a favor. Go check me out on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, X, Twitter, and Cameo. All Mel's Mat Chat. Also, I am on Snapchat and OnlyFans. Please do me a favor and go check me out on that. And the handle is Real Mel's Mat Chat. So you can go and check me out there. You can see another side of me. And who knows? Maybe if NXT gets hot again, maybe I'll do a video. I'll do my video and I'll upload it to there, and you can get a topless version of the Mel's Mat Chat. Maybe I could do it that way. I could do NXT on Tuesday nights. Just do that, a standalone show. But the only way that you can view it is if you pay for it, and it's going to cost you $5. It's not that hard. Just go follow it. Also, can you please do me a favor and go check the people over at Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Visit their website for all your beard essentials. You also have great people over there. I actually am wearing one of their shirts, and I love it. And it fits so good on me, and I love it, and it's comfortable. And go get it, and go get all the other stuff that's on the website. If you want to murder your thirst and you're trying to look for the artillery to murder your thirst, do yourself a favor and go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. You got plain spring water, salsa water, unflavored, flavored salsa water, iced tea, and sports pack. Plus, you got a plethora of merchandise to go check that out. So it's liquiddeath.com. Stock up on all your artillery to murder your thirst. If you are a coffee aficionado, just like I am, because I'm actually having hot coffee because I am freezing tonight, and I had to shut my air conditioner off, and that's shocking to me. Do me a favor. Go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Visit their website to sample the world's strongest coffee with the lowest acidic rate. They have great merchandise if you're into goth stuff, and they also have coffee accessories. So it's a one-stop shop. So go check that out. deathwishcoffee.com. July 26th. Mark your calendars. If you are a supporter of independent professional wrestling like I am, I have a great one for you. It is House of Glory. They are going to be at their next event called High Intensity. And you're wondering who's going to be on the card. I'll tell you who's going to be on the card. And it's going to be an awesome card. I can't wait to see it. House of Glory. They are having their next event, and they're going to make it Swerve's house, because AEW World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland is going to be taking on the amazing Red, one of the co-founders of House of Glory. We're gonna have a bloodline member, an Anawai family member. Zilla Fatu will be in action, and he will be taking on Mike Santana for the HOG World Heavyweight Championship. ZBK versus Main Event. And Matt Travis will be in action. So go get your tickets at hogwrestling.net. They also announced 2 more events. One for August 17th, which is going to be East Coast versus West Coast. The Future Stars of Wrestling versus HOG Wrestlers. And that will be August 17th. And it will be in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also in September, September 5th, Chicago Logan Square Auditorium. So if you want to get your tickets, go to hogwrestling.net and go and enjoy. But if you're not going to be able to make it, please go download the Thriller app and go sign up, and you can watch it for like as low as like $7. So you're winning, and we're all good to go. So we're going to start off with, since we came out of Money in the Bank, and this is basically the Fallout show. Speaking of the Fallout show, please go check out my review of Money in the Bank. It's on the channel. So with Forbidden Door, Clash of the Castle, so much more, King and Queen of the Ring tournament. Go check it all out. It's on the channel. So go and check that out. We are going to start off with the Fallout show of WWE, which was Monday Night Raw. And we're going to get into all AEW, and then I'm going to get you out of here, and then I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the night. Seriously, like, I have been working my fucking ass off all fucking week, and I cannot wait to just crawl into bed and just enjoy the rest of the night, and I can't wait. I'm actually trying a different coffee tonight. It's called Happy Coffee, and it's at CVS. I'm going to test it right on the air right now. Let's do this. Oh my God, this tastes like Death Wish. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh no, this is good. Oh my God, this is so good. OMG, delish, chef's kiss. Before we get into this whole situation, I want to address something with you people. We just got the word yesterday that it's been finalized, and WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels has made it official. Stephanie Valcour has signed with WWE/NXT, and she will be reporting to NXT in the months to come. I want to let this, if she would have signed with AEW, perfect, great. But the thing is that you got to look at it from, every perspective. You've got to look at it that she would get lost in the shuffle. They're going to need a stacked roster going into CW. If they don't have it, there goes the fucking show. CW will pull it from its lineup. So they need legit people to be faces of that brand. So when they go to CW, it'll be perfect. For all you AEW cultists, because that's what I'm going to call you. You call me a WWE cultist? No, I'm not. I'm a professional wrestling fan. So if she would have signed with AEW, fine. It would have been great. It would have been fantastic. She would have gotten an opportunity to be on a bigger stage instead of being in CMLL and New Japan. But you cannot fault a person to choose what they chose was right for them. You support them and you move on. This is the exact same thing I said about CM Punk. He actually wanted to go back to WWE. Little did you guys know. If you didn't know, now you know. He wanted to always go back to WWE. It just the timing sucked. So he ended up going to AEW. He was biding his time because he saw the writing on the wall about the old man. So when this whole situation happened, a lot of people were collateral damage, and that wasn't right. But it got the job done. He didn't murder anybody, so we all got to be happy for people in their success. If you don't, it's karma. I love AEW. I watched it last night for the first time live in weeks. All right. I usually have been watching it like on Thursdays because I've had so much going on in my life, in my private life. So I watched it Thursday. It was great. I already knew what happened. I'm just watching it to take my notes, okay? To take my notes to make sure everything is, set in stone. But for you guys to say that I don't love it, I love it. It's the problem of the fucking management. If you don't have good management, you're not going to have a good company. It's simple as that. So for people to say that I'm a WWE shill or AEW, I am not. The shill that I am, I'm a pro wrestling shill. Take it or fucking leave it, people. Okay? I've had enough of this. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on Instagram. It's disgusting. Grow the fuck up. Get the fuck outside. Get away from this. Do you understand? This is just a hobby. All right? This is like a part-time job for me. I don't need to be doing this. I could be sitting, relaxing, doing other things on my downtime. I choose to do this. I don't have to do this. So for the people that, think that I'm one for one company to for another, I'm not. I'm a professional wrestling fan. And for professional wrestling to thrive in 2024, it's the greatest thing to see. I've been a professional wrestling fan since I'm 3 months old. And to see it where it has come and it has evolved, it brings a tear to my eye. And especially with WWE, they went from the bottom of the barrel to being like fucking volcanic sun magma hot. And not magma if you think what I'm thinking. It's magma, the stuff that comes out of a volcano, okay? So we don't get anything twisted because there's no politics on here, okay? Unless I have to talk about the former president because if it has anything to do with professional wrestling, because little do you know, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. So there, all right? That's the only time I will be talking about him. Because I don't want anything to go this way, okay? Hey, Alyssa, how are you, sweetheart? I love you. I love you. So that is that. Congratulations to Stephanie Valcours. Congratulations to Ginny that she's coming in and she's been cleared and everything like that. Congratulations, because this is what we need a kickstart. They're doing things in AEW, but they're going to do things in WWE. It needs to be spread around. And if you are not with it, then get the fuck out. I'm going to need your wrestling card. Because let me tell you something. I am proud to be a professional wrestling fan. For the first time in my life, I've actually let my boyfriend into my life, into this life. And it's the most sacred thing I have in my life. This is the only thing that I keep my wall up. Do you know what he said to me? A couple of weeks ago, he's like, you usually give up the television for me. We watch movies. We watch whatever I want. From now on, if you want to watch wrestling, we'll watch wrestling. And I will get back into it because little known fact, he was a wrestling fan. So he's going to get back into it for me. And for him to do that, I know he loves me. And that's it. I'm getting another person on board to be influenced. So that's my job. My job is basically done, because if I influence one more person to get back into this, it's another person to watch the products. And I'm going to give you I'm verbatim. This is from him. He's said to me, because he's gotten a what is it called? A firsthand experience with an AEW pay-per-view. He said, great wrestling, too fucking long. He goes and watch a PLE. He's like, great wrestling, perfect timing. It's in, it's out, and it's done. I can then go on about the rest of my evening. That's great, because guess what? It's over at 10:30. Me and my boyfriend could go and have our own main event, and we could get to business, okay? I'm trying to be good here. Seriously. But I just, congratulations all around. Congratulations. And I did watch NXT this week. It wasn't live. I watched it Wednesday morning. And the Rascals. I am fucking thrilled for Zachary Wentz. He could go and take this and give it to his fucking ex-wife. I am so thrilled about that. Number two, Joe Hendry. I just said his name. Is he going to appear? I'm starting to believe. And that is going to be I may start watching NXT again. I may start actually covering it. I'm giving it to the end of this month. And if it does what I think it's going to do, NXT's back on deck. And that's the whole thing in a nutshell. If they could get some resemblance back of Black and Gold, they've hit a home run. Basically, they got to clean up after the old man, after he shit the bed. But that's besides the point. So Monday Night Raw, we saw a big return, and I am so happy, because we need a little brutality back on Monday Night Raw, because guess who's back? Mommy's back, and she's out for blood, and I am loving every fucking minute of it. See, you Liv Morgan stands, you did what you did to her. Guess what? You just fucked up. And I loved every fucking minute of it. I didn't get to see it live, but I got to see it after the fact. So we had an announcement that Drew McIntyre has been indefinitely suspended from the show. We have the 6-man tag team match. We have the Judgment Day. JD McDonough and Finn Balor, with the accompaniment of Carlito, because Carlito is not officially a member of the Judgment Day. They went against the Braun Strowman, The Miz, and R-Truth. We had a mixed tag team match. WWE Women's Champion Liv Morgan, very soon former champion, just putting that out there. And Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio versus Zelina Vega and WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. We have a singles match. Main event, Jey Uso versus Alpha Academy's Chad Gable. 6-woman tag, Damage Control, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Kairi Sane versus Lyra Valkyria, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance. AJ Styles and I believe it's Kairi Sane, if I'm not mistaken. They're doing some stuff over in Japan. One's going to Pro Wrestling Noah, and the other one's going to Marigold. Also, Jordan Grace, would like to mention, she's also heading over to Japan. So the show opens up with a recap of this past Saturday's Money in the Bank Premium Live event. The Judgment Day WWE World Heavyweight Champion El Campeon Damian Priest was then shown backstage, and Michael Cole and Pat McAfee welcome us to the show. Have you been seeing some of these things that they've been sending out on TikTok and everything like that? Oh my God. Michael Cole cannot keep his composure. Oh my God. He is having a blast doing what he's doing. And it's great to see. Finally, we're seeing the closest thing to his actual persona, and not persona, his personality. And I love to see that. I couldn't stand what Vince McMahon used to fucking do to Michael Cole. I couldn't stand him. Now I love him. It's just weird that it seems like Triple H takes over, everything is roses. And you people don't like Triple H because supposedly he also did what his father-in-law did. No, nothing from the fucking truth. And so CM Punk makes his way down to the ring as McAfee says it was an honor to be back on commentary and misses everyone. He had taken 2 weeks off because of the losing his father-in-law, and he deserves his grievance time. It's not grievance, bereavement time. I had bereavement time. It was horrible. It was the most horrible situation. All I really wanted to do was, work. And I really couldn't because I didn't have my mental capacity to do it. It's very horrible to lose a parent. I lost a parent 2.5 years ago, and I don't understand how I'm still the way I am right now. But everybody in my circle came into a clutch, and I can never thank them enough. And of course, my family, my friends, and close loved ones. So it's a really sticky situation. CM Punk starts off by saying it's a great night to be in Ottawa, and he's got a lot to get off his chest. Punk then thanks John Cena on his impending retirement from in-ring competition. And he says, well, he doesn't know what the future holds. He hopes to share the ring one more time with Cena. Punk then said Cena is not here, but neither is Drew McIntyre due to a suspension. Punk then sends us to a video showing McIntyre hijacking the Money in the Bank post-show and attacking referees and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Punk then says there are consequences to McIntyre's action, and this isn't the first time. McIntyre messed things up. Punk then says that he is the consequences to McIntyre's action, and McIntyre was unable to keep his promise to walk out of Money in the Bank as World Heavyweight Champion. Punk then says he made a promise to keep that from happening, but unlike McIntyre, he kept his promise. Punk then reveals that McIntyre was fined $25,000 for what he did at Money in the Bank, but McIntyre was then fined $50,000 for his actions. Punk then demands that Raw General Manager Adam Pearce lift his suspension so he can get his hands on him, no matter if it's a match in the ring, in the parking lot, or the crowd. Stay away from the back, especially near the gorilla, because you know what happened the last time. Please. Come on, Phil. And I love that fucking Michael Cole used his government name. This is why I love Michael Cole now. This is the Michael Cole that I've been dying to see for years. Yes, I have a fucking flab. I'm losing weight. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. Deal with it. So Seth freaking Rollins' music then hits, and he makes his way down to the ring. Rollins sees Punk sitting with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee at the announcer's desk, and says how Punk wants to sit on the sideline. Now Punk wants to sit on the sidelines. Rollins then invites Punk to get in the ring, mocks him by asking if he's afraid if he's going to beat him. Punk then slowly gets in the ring and reminds Rollins what happened the last time they were in the ring together. Punk then tells Rollins to watch what he says next. Rollins then asks Punk why actions have consequences for everyone except for Punk himself. Rollins then asks Punk why he stuck his nose in his business, and Punk clarifies that he was handling his business rather than Rollins' business. Punk then says he would think Rollins would understand as a husband and a father, and he will get his pound of flesh with McIntyre running around wearing his bracelet with his wife and dog's name on it. Punk then apologizes to Rollins, and he can't be that sorry. Rollins then tells Punk that he always has an excuse and says that he's simply gaslighting. Rollins then says Punk has never apologized for anything in his life, but he is the dumbest, smartest dude he ever met in his entire life. Rollins then says he was willing to let Punk's selfishness slide until Saturday when he cost him the World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins then says that being World Heavyweight Championship is the most important thing to him in the wrestling business. Then says that now it's time to take something from Punk like he did to him. Rollins promises to keep Punk from taking his pound of flesh from McIntyre. Then says that Punk is cleared. He won't be able to say Drew McIntyre before he puts him back on the shelf. Rollins then reminds Punk that action have consequences, then heads to the back. Apparently that was the fucking goddamn theme on Monday. Crazy. So fucking good, this coffee. We head to the back where Judgment Day, Dirty Dominic Mysterio is talking to Anna Pierce out of removing him from the mixed tag team match later tonight. Pierce refuses to do so and recalls Dominic sticking his nose in the last few Women's World Championship matches, then tells Dominic the mixed tag team match is on. WWE Women's Champion Liv Morgan, soon to be ex, then shows up after Pierce makes his exit. Morgan says she felt bad for what happened last week, that she wanted to make it up to Dominic by helping him show who the real daddy of the Mysterio family is. This is just weird. I'm sorry. Dominic then says fine, but she better make sure that they win. Morgan says they should go talk strategy and get ready for their match. No! That would have been a no for me. I would have said, you know what? We'll talk about it when we get in the ring. We're pretty good professionals. We're good to go. Go to your room. I'll go to mine. I'll see you out there. But that's not going to happen. Of course not. Main event, Jey Uso heads out to the ring for his match against Chad Gable. The match starts out with Jey delivering a few right hands on Gable, but Gable responds by hitting a mat return on Jey. Jey then sends Gable out of the ring and looks for Tope Suicida, but Gable catches Jey and hits him with a belly suplex. Gable then climbs to the top and hits a diving headbutt on Jey. Gable then goes for the pin, but Jey kicks out. Gable then says Jey crashing into the turnbuckle and sends him crashing over the top rope to the outside. Jey then hits a Tope Suicida on Gable and gets him back in the ring. Then climbs to the top and hits a splash. Jey then delivers some right hands on Gable and follows up with an enziguri. Jey then hits Gable with a hip attack in the corner and climbs back up to the top, but Gable trips him and cinches in the ankle lock. The lights go out, capturing Gable's attention. Jey makes an advantage and hits a spear for the win. The winner is main event Jey Uso. So this is where it was hilarious. After the match, Jey quickly retreats to the back, and as the lights go out, so he goes, and he goes, the look was, I'm getting the fuck out of here, but I'm going to still give you a yeet and get the fuck out of here, so I'll see you all later. Smoke then fills the ring with the Wyatt Six music beginning to play. Nikki Cross then appears and Gable backs away from her. Gable slides out of the ring and retreats up the ramp. Cross then hands a wooden box to Michael Cole containing another VHS tape. Who's got a VHS? I want to know. Let me know in the chat or the description or in the comments area. Who still owns a VHS? I do. Yes, I'm that old. We head to the back where Jackie Redmond is interviewing the Celtic Warrior Sheamus about his 15th anniversary in WWE. Bronson Reed then interrupts and says everyone should be talking about him instead. Reed then says he was the one with a match and calls himself the future. Sheamus then says Reed has been watching his career for the last 15 years. Then he should know what happens when you interrupt him. Reed then says he will fight Sheamus, but not tonight. Reed then says Sheamus could watch what he does to his mate, Pete Dunne. So then we head back to the ringside area. Michael Cole then has Pat open the box that Nikki Cross left. The box contains a VHS tape, and Cole passes it off to the production crew members so they could take it personally to the production truck to see the footage on air. Another singles match. Bronson Reed versus Pete Dunne. The Bruiserweight. And I love that he got his name back. It's makes my soul happy, you know? It makes my soul completely fucking happy. So the match starts off with Reed nailing Dunne, then getting him on his shoulders. Dunne then escapes a locking in an armbar on Reed. Dunne then hits an enziguri on Reed and flies over the top rope and hits him with a forearm. Dunne then follows it up with a moonsault off the ring apron and a second one off the ropes. Reed then hits a clothesline on Dunne and looks to follow it up with a senton. Dunne then rolls out of the way to avoid it, then stomps on Reed's fingers and hits a kick on the side of his head. Dunne then follows it up with a step out enziguri and a running knee, then goes for a pin, but Reed kicks out. Dunne then steps on Reed's tricep and delivers some stomps on Reed's neck and follows up with a buckle bomb. Reed then hits a sit-out power bomb on Dunne and pins him, but Dunne kicks out. Reed then climbs to the top, but Dunne nails him with another step up enziguri and snap his fingers. Reed then fights off Dunne and hits him with a tsunami for the win, and Bronson Reed picks up the win. So then after the match, Reed drags Dunne over to the corner and looks to hit it with another tsunami. Before Reed can, Sheamus heads out to the ring to give Dunne a helping hand. Sheamus then begins brawling with Reed and Dunne and hits Reed with a running knee. Sheamus then hits a bro kick on Reed and looks to hug Dunne, but Dunne pulls away from him and jumps out of the ring, still angry about the way in which the brawling brutes ended. Now, if you're wondering where the hell is Tyler Bate in all of this, he's out with an injury. So there you go. But I cannot wait to see Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. Where is my card? Where's my gimmick card? Where the hell is my gimmick card? Crap. Where the hell is it today? Oh, god dang it. It's all the way down here. It's all the way down the hole. Here, take it. Take my money. Take my money. Take the card. Take the card, please. Take the card. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a gimmick card. It's not a real credit card. So try to get the information off of it. You're not getting a diddly squat on it. We then see WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn backstage, and all runs into the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman, and The Miz and R-Truth. We get an ad for SummerSlam set to take place August 3rd in Cleveland. Michael Cole then hypes the SummerSlam tickets and SummerSlam Go Home show that will be held the night before the PLE. WWE World Heavyweight Champion El Capitan. My fucking tablet just cracked. Sorry. I hate when this happens. Sorry, people. Damian Priest then was shown talking with the WWE World Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor and JD McDonough and Carlito, when Seth freaking Rollins suddenly shows up and says he wanted to talk to Priest and send the other Judgment Day members on their way. Rollins says it's better to be lucky than good. Rollins then says Priest was very lucky. He was very good at Money in the Bank. Rollins then says he appreciates that Priest kept his word by not having the other Judgment Day members interfere. Rollins then says he will keep his word by not going after the title while Priest is champion. Rollins then says, as good as Priest was on Sunday, he will need to be better at SummerSlam. Priest then stops Rollins from leaving. Priest says he kept his word and he knows Rollins would keep his. Priest says he still has a lot to prove. Priest then says they could throw their gentleman agreement out the window. Priest then says once he's finished with Gunther, he will go to war with Rollins, and all Rollins has to do is name the place. This is going to be interesting. Could we see a triple threat at Bash of Berlin? I would do it. I would do it immediately. Rollins then offers Priest a handshake, which Priest accepted. Rollins then leaves, and then Priest takes a call and asks the person on the other end where they were. WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn makes his way down to the ring to address the WWE Universe. Sami Zayn starts off by saying Braun Breaker brought everything in their Intercontinental Championship match on Saturday, but Breaker made the crucial mistake of thinking he was the underdog in the match. Zayn then says he's not an underdog anymore because he is champion. Then he says he has been putting on top-level performances night in and night out and year in and year out. Zayn then says he's earned the respect in the ring, and Breaker learned that there is a difference between knocking him down and keeping him down. Breaker heads out to the ring. Zayn asks Breaker why he's in the ring, and Breaker stays silent. Breaker then stares Zayn down before Zayn hands over the mic he's holding to Breaker, and Breaker says he came down to the ring to look the only man that has beat him in the eye. Breaker then admits that he didn't think Zayn would be the first person on the main roster to beat him, and says he's been thinking. Breaker then drops the mic and hits Zayn with a spear. Breaker then delivers some right hands, and Zayn and the officials run down to pry Breaker off of Zayn. Officials then escort Breaker to the back, but Breaker breaks free and hits a second spear on Zayn. Ilya Dragunov then appears on the ramp and confronts Breaker and checks on Zayn. I have a feeling we're going to see a multi-man match for the Intercontinental Champion. And I don't want to see a ladder match. We've already seen 2 ladder matches for the Money in the Bank. I would actually do there was this concept a couple of years, like about 10 or 15 years ago, that everybody they are given like 20 or 30 minutes for this. There's like, I think 8 people that were in this. That whoever can get the most pins, whoever gets the pin first is legitimately the Intercontinental Champion. They have to then work to keep it that way. After like whatever the time is set, whoever has the most falls becomes the rightful owner of the championship. So I think they should bring that back. It will be a little bit more unpredictable, and it will be able to, see who's going to jockey for position, who's going to win the title, and you'll see who the next challenger for either the new champion or the current champion. So I think that should be at SummerSlam. Something new, something not new, but something that's wasn't kept on news. And I love that concept. Fucking Brian Kendrick for like 2 minutes was the unofficial WWE champion. That he was legitimately, I think they even have it on his Wikipedia page that he was at, like, for this much of time WWE champion. Seriously, I think that was hilarious. So We get it. We go right into WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. Then is showed as favoring his ribs in the trainer's room, and Dragunov tells Pierce that he wants a match with Breakker. Pierce then makes the match official later on in the show. I will not complain about that. Michael Cole then says Money in the Bank was bittersweet event because they learned the greatest of all time is going to hang up his boots. We get a video package recapping John Cena's retirement announcement. I'm actually happy that he is going to be doing this. And for people, I'm going to keep reiterating this all fucking next year. And I'm going to tell you this through and through. But the people who are comparing this to Sting's retirement, John Cena doesn't need to have a fucking permanent tag team partner. He doesn't want to really go for titles. And if he goes for a title, it's going to be for the bigger titles, not fucking tag. Hey, who knows? He might go for the Intercontinental title. He might go for the Intercontinental. And you know what? I'm not going to be upset about that. Honestly. 6-man tag team match. Judgment Day, Finn Balor and J.D. McDonough, World Tag Team Champions, with Carlito versus Braun Strowman, R-Truth, and The Miz. Match starts out with Judgment Day blindsiding The Miz and R-Truth from behind. Braun Strowman makes his way down to the ring and chases Judgment Day around then sends Carlito crashing into the barricade. Awesome Truth then hits Balor and McDonough with a couple of attitude adjustments. No, not to Mr. Cena. Carlito then is sent into the ring. Truth then beats Carlito down and hits him with a 5-knuckle shuffle. Then follows it up with another attitude adjustment. Truth then goes for a pin, but Balor breaks the fall. McDonough then hits a leg drop on Miz. Balor then tags in and nails Miz before McDonough tags back in and hits an elbow drop on Miz. McDonough then nails Truth on the apron. Then Miz tags in Strowman. Strowman then sends McDonough across the ring, then hits a splash on Carlito. Strowman then looks to hit one on McDonough, but McDonough moves out of the way. Balor then tags in, but Strowman nails him and goes for a pin. McDonough then and Carlito then break the fall, but Strowman nails them both with a double clothesline. Truth then tags in and runs over the Judgment Day arm in arm with Strowman on the outside. Strowman then chases McDonough away from ringside. Balor then hits Truth with a missile dropkick back inside the ring. It follows up with a coup de grace for the win. And obviously they were going to win because they are the champions. We head to the back where CM Punk was talking with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. Says Punk is half the problem is he's not medically cleared. Yeah, right. Pearce then says he will call Drew McIntyre up next to set up a meeting for next week if he is in a place mentally to do business. Pearce then says he needs Punk to stay home. Pearce then says he knows McIntyre likes to pick fights and Punk isn't one to back down. Pearce then says if it happens again, the match with McIntyre and title aspirations are out the window. Pearce then tells Punk to go home, pet Larry, and get healthy. Punk then agrees to comply. Yeah. It's like telling a fucking addict, oh, don't go to the fucking goddamn liquor store or don't go to the dispensary. Neither one of them are not going to do the fucking what they are told. They're going to go and do the fucking opposite. So you know what they should have done? They said, yeah, Punk, come here. He may have stayed home. Hey, opposites at this point, you know. LWO WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega were shown talking in the locker room while Michael Cole hypes up the match against Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. We head inside Judgment Day Clubhouse where we see Dominic Mysterio playing 2K24 when Liv Morgan says they should work on double team moves. Morgan then says Dominic wants this as badly as she does. Dominic then says the only thing he wants badly is to beat his dad. Morgan then says that's what she meant. Morgan then says Dominic needs to loosen up. Morgan then pushes Dominic down on the couch and then jumps on top of him and stretches out his leg in a not compromising position. Damian Priest enters this room, and while the other Judgment Day pokes their heads around the corner, like Mo, Larry, and fucking Curly here. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's like, hello, 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 hello. Morgan then leaves the room. Priest says he didn't even want to know what that was. Priest then says Dominic should have never done this and added that it's not that hard. Carlito says it looks pretty hard to me, meaning that he was going to have a hard on. All right, but you teenage had no idea what that meant. For the love of God, I swear to Christ, it's getting funnier and funnier each week. Dominic then says Priest sounded like his dad. Priest then says he's starting to understand Dominic's dad more every week. Dominic then says he thought he put it into it and would do that now. After Dominic leaves the room, Ballard says Priest mentioned that he wanted to tell them something. Priest then says he will keep it to himself and Dominic will find out on his own. Anyway, tell me that Rhea's coming back without telling me that she's coming back. I mean, for Christ's sakes, people, come on. We then see the contents of the VHS tape that was given to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee earlier on in the broadcast. On it, Bo Dallas talks to Uncle Howdy about the rest of the Wyatt Six and says it's time for them to it's time to set them free. Dallas then asks Uncle Howdy if he thinks that him and the rest of the Wyatt Six are sick, and Uncle Howdy says he does. Dallas then says if that's the case, then sick they will be. We then see Chad Gable ask Adam Pierce to do something about the Wyatt Six outside Pierce's office. Pierce doesn't, and Gable says he will deal with him himself. Pierce then walks into his office where Bo Dallas is waiting. Dallas then smiles, and Pierce closes the door behind him. Because of the fact that we're going to end up with a match at SummerSlam, Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes, and this is going to set up for the next installment of the Bloodline. Next match, the Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker, a rematch from the NXT title match. The match starts off with Dragunov charging at Breaker. Breaker then sees Dragunov coming and hits him with a German suplex and jams his knee right into Dragunov's face. Dragunov then hits a German suplex of his own on Breaker, then looks to hit a Constantine special. Breaker then runs Dragunov over with a clothesline, but Dragunov responds with a couple of chops on Breaker. Breaker then hits a power slam on Dragunov. Breaker then hits a spine buster on Dragunov and delivers some right hands on his obliques. Both men exchange forearms with each other before Dragunov hits a right hand on Breaker's thigh. Dragunov then follows it up with an enziguri and climbs to the top, where Breaker trips him and joins him up there. Dragunov then pulls Breaker off the top and hits him with a power bomb. Dragunov then climbs back to the top and hits Breaker with a senton, then charges at him. Breaker then intercepts Dragunov with a knee and then goes on him, gets him up on his shoulders and hits him with a gut buster. Breaker then sends Dragunov crashing into the top turnbuckle before Dragunov looks to fly off the top rope. Dragunov then moves out of the way and clotheslines Dragunov out of the ring, then follows him out there and hits Dragunov with a jumping knee. Dragunov then charges at Breaker, but Breaker grabs an office chair and tosses it at Dragunov, causing the disqualification. This was no way in hell that you were going to have a clean victory. This needs a Bash in Berlin situation, honestly. So then after the match, Breaker gets Dragunov back inside the ring and stomps on him, but Sami Zayn makes his way down to the ring and clotheslines Breaker out of the ring as officials try to separate them both. Breaker then pulls Zayn out of the ring and sends him crashing into the ring post and then tosses him over the announce desk. Dragunov then fights Breaker and Breaker tosses Dragunov over the announce table. Breaker then stands on the announce table and yells before barking while the producers try to talk him down. Cole then says Breaker is dangerous, unpredictable, badass. And Mr. Pat McAfee calls him a brick shithouse. I love it. I love it, people. Please. We get a video package on L. Copy on Damian Priest says he didn't ask Drew McIntyre to cash in or for Punk to get involved. Priest then says he will wait for the fans to tell him which champion is in recent memory has not had controversy or interference surrounding their title reign. Priest then says there isn't any. Priest then says he went to war with Seth Rollins and walked out with his title. Priest then says he looks forward to challenge from Gunther. Priest then says he looks forward to walking into and out of SummerSlam as champion. Priest tells Gunther that he would be happy to say that to his face next week. We get the 6-woman tag team match. We have, but before that, we get a highlight from Karrion Kross attacking Kofi Kingston's arm last week. Michael Cole says Kingston suffered an AC joint sprain on his shoulder and he could be out of action for a number of weeks. Karrion Kross then delivers a backstage promo while Scarlett, Akam, Razor, and WWE Hall of Famer Paul Ellering stood by. Kross says he regrets to inform everyone that Kingston will not be playing the accordion. Kross then says the old guard will make way for the new, even John Cena. Kross then says he always knew Xavier Woods was a hell of a talent. Kross then says Woods could become his own man or he will be hospitalized. He will hospitalize him like he did to Kingston. We get a highlight package from the women's Money in the Bank match where Tiffany Stratton won. 6-man women's tag team match. Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and Io Sky versus Lyra Valkyria, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chip. Excuse me. Oh my God, that is nasty. I bet Tony Khan mad about. We need to have suicide watch for that man. If he keeps losing anybody, we need to really seriously, we need to hire suicide personnel to make sure he's okay. And we need to bring him a care package of a little snow and a couple of cases of White Claw. Because that's the only thing that's going to soothe this savage beast. I kid you not, Alyssa. Kid you not. I can already hear it in Jacksonville. So the match starts with Damage Control wasting no time and going after Carter. Chance and Valkyria. Carter hits an arm drag on Kairi Sane before Dakota Kai and Chance tag in. Carter and Chance then double team on Kai, but Kai nails Carter. Carter then gets Kai up on her shoulders. Kai then escapes and hits an arm drag on Carter. Valkyria then tags in and hits a drop kick on Kai, then sends her crashing out of the ring. Carter and Chance then send Zayn and Io Sky out of the ring to join Kai and fly to land on all members of Damage Control. Chance then hits a code breaker on Kai. Sky and Valkyria then tag in, and Valkyria nails Sky. Valkyria then hits an enziguri and a sit-out pile driver on Sky, then goes for a pin, but Sky kicks out. Zayn then tags in and hits a spinning back fist on Valkyria. Kai then tags in and looks to hit a double suplex on Valkyria. Carter then saves Valkyria, and Sky and Chance join their respective teammates. Chance, Carter, and Valkyria hit a triple suplex on Damage Control before Carter tags in. Valkyria then sends Kai crashing into the mat, and Chance and Carter hit Kai with a kickstand. Zayn flies off the top to land on Valkyria, but Carter nails Zayn with a kick. Carter then hits a chop on Zayn, but Zayn sends her crashing out of the ring with some help from Kai. Kai then sends Carter crashing into the ring post, and Sky helps Zayn fly over the top to land on Chance and Valkyria on the outside. Sky then tags in and hits the moonsault on Carter for the win. So then after the match, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, and Sonya Deville appeared to blindside Damage Control in the ring. They beat down the trio, and Baszler and Deville hold Sky in place as Starks hits her with a super kick. Starks then sends Sky over to Baszler, where Baszler hits Sky with a jumping knee. Deville then hits Sky with a Devil's Advocate. Deville then stands tall with Baszler and Stark. I think this is hysterical. I'm thinking, when Shayna Baszler decides to go after Dakota Kai, is that the result of a fight when they had it at home? I mean, a lover's quarrel. I mean, that's the only thing I can possibly say about that, And truth be told, actually, if you really want to get really technical, I don't know when they got together, but I think, in my opinion, they make history because it's the first time that we see a couple go at it in the ring. It's hysterical. It's hysterical, and I love it. I cannot wait. I'm hoping to see a match between these two in the future. Just use your motivation. Who took out the garbage last? That's all we want to know. We see Kathy Kelly interview WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega inside their locker room. Vega says she would be Women's World Champion if it wasn't for Dominic. Vega then hit Dominic and Liv Morgan are hot mess. Rey then says he needs to put an end to this story and shut up Dominic and Liv. We then see Jackie Redmond interviewed Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark, while Chad Gable could be seen chatting with the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile back in the background. Deville says they just sent a message to the locker room about who runs the division. Stark then says the other woman can't lace their boots. Deville then says she has been trying to make Baszler and Stark be killers they can be. Deville then says what happened was a warning shot to the entire division. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Alba Fire and Isla Dawn then show up and mock the trio. Fire then says they run the division as long as they have the women's tag team titles. We get a video package on the 2024 King of the Ring winner, the Ring General Gunther. Gunther questions how he became the man whose name strikes fear. Gunther then says he was not a child watching for entertainment or fanboy who was desperate to live out a fantasy. Gunther then says he learned at a young age that the only thing that matters is winning. Gunther then says the sport lacked a powerful figure, and WWE had no choice but to call his name. Gunther then speaks about choosing NXT UK as his battleground. Gunther then says he learned that he enjoyed making people miserable. Gunther then says he restored the honor and prestige to this great sport. Gunther then says that's what's on the line at SummerSlam. Michael Cole then hypes Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. They announce what's going on for next week. Basically, mixed tag team match. WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Dominic Mysterio and WWE World Women's Champion Liv Morgan, soon to be X. So the match starts out with Morgan and Vega. Vega nails Morgan. Morgan then hits Vega with a boot on her mouth, then tags in Dominic. Rey then gets inside the ring. Dominic delivers some stomps on him in the corner. Dominic then sends Rey into the opposite corner, but Ray delivers some right hands on Dominic in the corner and follows it up with a suplex. Vega then tags in and hits a Hurricane Rana on Dominic, but Morgan runs over Vega and then delivers some forearms on her in the corner. Vega then delivers some right hands on Morgan in the corner and then follows up with a bulldog on her and looks to charge at her. Dominic then inserts himself between Morgan and Vega, but Ray accidentally sends Dominic crashing on top of Morgan. How can I space? Let's just say he was the one that was giving her head. All right? He was chasing the cat. All right? Morgan and Dominic end up on the outside, and Vega and Ray fly off the apron with a senton and a meteor to land on them both. Dominic then places Ray on the top rope and looks to rip his mask off. Dominic then drapes Ray over the top rope by his knees, Tree of Woe. He delivers some stomps on his midsection and follows it up with some right hands. Dominic then hits Ray with a Mitsunoku driver and charges at him. Ray then hits Dominic with a back elbow and sends Dominic crashing out of the ring. Vega then tags in and nails Morgan with a few clotheslines. Vega then follows up with a running knee and a Hurricane Rana. Then climbs to the middle rope and hits a Meteora. Vega then goes for a pin, but Morgan kicks out. Vega then sets up for a code red on Morgan, but Morgan escapes and hits her with the Three Amigos. Morgan then looks to hit the Oblivion on Vega, but Vega avoids it. Ray and Dominic then tag in, and Ray hits Hurricane Rana on Dominic. Ray then hits a forearm on Dominic and then climbs to the top and hits him with a senton before he nails a kick on his head and a springboard moonsault. Dominic then hits a Three Amigos on Ray, but Ray blocks Dominic after the first one. Ray looks to dial up for a 619, but Dominic catches it. Vega then dials up for a 619 out of her own, and Ray follows it up with a frog splash off the top. Ray goes for a pin, but Morgan breaks the fall. Vega then dials up for a 619 on Morgan, but Morgan sends her crashing into the ring post on the outside. Morgan then slides a chair into the ring as Ray and Dominic teeter on top of the rope. But the referee disposed of it while the referee is looking away. Morgan trips Ray, opening the door for Dominic to hit a frog splash on Ray for the win. And that was that. They won. Hi, Ice Andy. Hi, Zenny. Hi, Fad Get Nid Kerr. How you doing? How you doing all? Zenny, Miss Mel, I miss when you used to dress a little bit more revealing. Zenny, I actually have been crazy busy all fucking day. I haven't had the opportunity to do jack shit. This has been like crazy busy, but duly noted. Also, want to let you in, I'm on OnlyFans, and if NXT is the way it's been, I might be doing live streams on there topless. So go pay for it. $5 to get me for every week. Duly noted in hindsight. Yo, what's your it's real Mel's Mat Chat. So yeah, I'm going to be possibly doing that over there and, getting more content over there. Hi, Matthew Dominic. Yo, what's good, Squirter? You got a Newport? I don't smoke, sweetheart. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the link, and I'm going to post it after this in the when you get the notifications and stuff, you'll get it there, or I will repost it on X. So follow me there. The woman is tell me. So yeah, I'm going to be considering. I'm going to probably start it up in August. So get your $5 up, and you'll see my tatas while I'm doing NXT review. Okay. Tatas, yes, you will see these in living color on OnlyFans. You ready? You guys aren't ready. Come on. Come on. You're not ready. You're not ready for this. Oh, yes, definitely. So somebody raised you, and I'm all for it, mommy. I'm so ready. I'm gripping. Thank you, Mama Andy. Thank you. Thank you all. Seriously. Yeah, I'm going to start this in August. I made the decision. It's been done. August at 10 o'clock, I'm going to go live on OnlyFans, and you will see the great pawpaws. Seriously, you're going to see it all in natural. You're going to be very, 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 very surprised how big they are. They're nice and cozy in these bra. So August 1st, NXT reviews on OnlyFans. So you're going to get the same situation like this, but I'm going to be topless just doing that show. Okay? So then after the match, Morgan hugs Dominic, but Dominic pushes Morgan off. The two share a moment, but Rhea Ripley comes out and makes a return. Rhea makes her way down to the ring, and Morgan retreats to the crowd, then slides in the ring and confronts Dominic. Dominic then looks to hug Ripley, but Ripley slides out of the ring and storms to the back. Dominic then follows her and looks to defend himself, but Ripley ignores him and continues up the ramp as the show comes to the close. Dominic is in some deep shit trouble. Oh, thank you, Mama Andy. Thank you so much. I love you too. It's all I'm going to think about for weeks, Mama. We need some butt shaking videos too. All right. If you're all good on there, I may get up and you can see my ass, okay? But you got to be good boys and girls. Because mommy's is here and she'll always be on top. You got to be good. You got to be good. You know, it's going to cost mucho mula. And that means money, okay? So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you for encouraging me to do that. Thanks. So Dominic is in deep shit trouble, and mommy is not thrilled. Rhea is not thrilled at all, and I'm here for it. I told you, you fuck with Rhea Ripley, you're going to get the fucking horns. Seriously. So we're going to move on to AEW. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I go live, upload a video or do a short, you will all know about it. Again, I will be will be posting my link to my OnlyFans. You can find it on X, or you can find it on here. Let me see if I can actually do this. Wait a second. Let me see here. Let's see if I can do this. Hold it. Let me get my OnlyFans link. I can't show you what's on here. I can't show you because I will get fucking thrown off YouTube faster than you can blink, honestly. So I have to be very careful. So I'm going to share this. My profile. Come on. Share link to profile. Create it. Share profile. Okay. Let's go and put this up on YouTube. I'm going to post this. Here is it. You can go find it right now. I'm posting it as right now. So it's on there. So now you can go start looking at what's up there. I know that there's not too much content, but it will be picking up every couple as days go on. I've just been really busy with my personal life. Do you do P&P? I have no idea what that is, but thank you, Supenza. Ario Damali, you single looking for a young Chad in this. I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend. Sorry. Do you do dirty mom talk to stepson? If you got the money, I'll do it. All right. I will do it. It's all about the money. Dan, that's broke. Well, if you go into my live chat, my live uh, go live on OnlyFans. Maybe be in the chat, and then maybe I'll do a little spicy stuff. I'll be on. Aw, thank you, Supenza. What's the obsession with Liv Morgan? Do they want? I don't like Liv Morgan, and I have no idea. She's right now a title placeholder. So you look, oh, thank you so much, Ice Andy. Simon Shrill. Hi, how are you doing today? Oh my god, my chat's going crazy tonight. Crazy. I love it. I love this interaction. So as of August, the first Tuesday in August, after NXT goes off, I will be going live on my OnlyFans. So go and get the link. I just posted it to YouTube, so it's all in my thing. Go to take a look at my posts. It's right there, and it'll take you right to my page, and you could do as you please with it. All right. And if you also want to donate to the podcast, you could also donate. I have my PayPal. You could give me as much as you want, and you can give me a message, and I will read it here on the next show. If you want, that's totally up to you. I'm not, but I promised everybody to get it out, and now it's out, and now you can do whatever you please with it. And enjoy my darlings, my lovelies, as I call them on OnlyFans. Everybody is called lovelies because they're my lovelies because they're so sweet and they're so nice and caring, and they're also very not little, very naughty. So I love my lovelies. So so we're gonna go into Rampage, and it was Beach Break, and we were coming from the Winchester Arena in Chicago, Illinois. We started off with Commander versus Roosh. Don, I've noticed the past couple of weeks you have been looking to recruit Roosh, said Excalibur. I love the violence. That's why I love to watch Roosh's fight, replied Don Callis. No, I've shared this story a number of times. My cousin Michael, he was a aspiring professional wrestler. He actually wrestled MJF at his very first professional wrestling match. And he definitely lives the gimmick. He definitely is an asshole. He's Long Island asshole, but he's an asshole, and I love him nonetheless. And my cousin Michael was about to get a tryout with TNA, but he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, so he had to abandon his dream to become a professional wrestler. And it's kind of hard to see him, and he's getting worse and worse, and he's like 35 years old, and it's so sad to see. But I'm gonna love him, and we're gonna enjoy wrestling. Wrestling is therapy. That's what kind of mats do you like? I don't know. I don't really take too many baths. I like showers. Your cousin can catch these hands. So, hi, Wendell Thomas. What you dated? No, not my cousin. All right, I didn't date my cousin. My cousin wrestled MJF for his first professional wrestling match. Yeah, I didn't date my cousin. Trust me, I'm not from Alabama. No. And he's not even my type. And it's my cousin's husband. He's still my cousin by marriage. I like doormats too. Okay, you wrestled your no, I didn't wrestle my cousin. MJF did. Nude. You want to get any nudes? You're gonna go onto my OnlyFans, Poochie's underscore split. Go Pooch, go check it out. I've left my link to my OnlyFans. If you want to take a look at it, go right ahead. I asked you if you dated a wrestler and you started talking about your cousin. That's why I'm confused. No, but that's as close to a around wrestling that I was ever to get to. That's most cursed OnlyFans ever. Thanks, Bob Dobbs. How you doing tonight? So Rouge grabbed Commander off the apron, forcing Commander to wipe on out onto the arena floor. Rouge whipped Commander into the steel barricade. Rouge whipped Commander into the camera cable. Rouge rocked Commander with a power slam and followed up with a double stomp, exploiting his size advantage. Commander stuffed Rouge with a DDT out of nowhere. Commander tried for a diving Hurricane Rana, but Rouge countered by catching Rouge and whipped Rouge into the barricade. Rouge tied up Commander in the Tree of Woe and kicked Commander in the face. Rouge charged for the bullhorns, but Commander dodged it and took down Rouge with a tornillo. Commander rocketed outside with a tope suicida and then a moonsault. Commander connected with a shooting star press for a near fall. Commander blasted Rouge with a crucifix bomb. Rouge headbutted Commander. Rouge pounded Commander with chops on the apron. Rouge hurled Commander off the apron with a suplex down to the arena floor. Rouge rocked Commander into next week with the bullhorns and pinned Commander. Okay, what kind of wrestle cousin? The most LOL. Can a can of cream corn? No, I don't even like cream. I don't even like cream corn. Wow, your choice. I see ass. Just A. Rouge kissed Commando on her butt and pinned him for the win. A divine queen such as yourself should have a king. Furthermore, OG Geezer Live. I actually have a boyfriend. I don't know if you could still see the remnants of his marking his territory. But I do have a king, and he is my everything. And I'm in love with him, and I love him dearly. Well, better watch out. I'm a sex symbol, a celebrity. We'll see to believe. So we have the next match on Rampage. Don Callis' family, the Alpha Konosuke Takesha, and Kyle Fletcher versus Private Party. Takesha and Fletcher ambushed Private Party before the match began. Quen connected with a springboard drop kick to Fletcher. Takesha tagged in and double suplex Private Party. Fletcher attacked Private Party on top, stacked Private Party on top of one another, and Takesha splashed them with a sit-out said time. We shall see, definitely. Mark Quen suplexed Takesha, made a tag out of made the tag to Cassidy. Zay took down Fletcher with a big crossbody press. Zay went over the top with a tornado to Fletcher and Takesha. Quen went for a 450 splash, but Fletcher raised his knees to counter. Takesha ragdogged Quen with a German suplex. Takesha and Fletcher used a stereo brainbuster on Private Party for a near fall. The fans chanted, "Private Party, Private Party." Private Party rocked Takesha with gin and juice out of nowhere and served up gin and juice to Fletcher. Zay splashed Takesha with a 450 for a near fall. Takesha rallied back with lariat Zane and Quen. Fletcher cracked Quen with a rolling elbow. Fletcher planted Quen with a half suplex. Takesha blasted Zay with a blue thunder bomb. Fletcher finished off Quen with a tombstone pile driver for the win. In business, they call that a message, said Callis. To whom, said Giovanni, everyone in the locker room. MNN, welcome. Tell me, what do you think about finishing maneuver? In the middle of the ring, I blow my opponent. Oh my God. That's something for pay-per-view. Not a PLE, not what's going on with AEW. A pay-per-view on the adult channel. That would be hilarious. G, welcome. You have a top chat. You on YouTube chat. Can you switch to live chat so you don't miss a message? I'm really good. I'm pretty keeping up on this. Bob Dobbs, would you let your boyfriend give you a Hogan leg drop? No. Bob Dobbs, LOL. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing pretty well on this, and it's not going too quickly. I got this. I'm good at this. Thank you. G, is your boyfriend black? No. He's not even on YouTube. XOXO, welcome, welcome. Hello, cutie. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're getting a heart for me tonight. Thank you so much. Moving on with Rampage rundown. Kyle O'Reilly versus GPA. Roderick Strong, accompanied by the ROH World Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Tavern, and Mike Bennett, joined the commentary team for the next match. Kyle charged at GPA with a boot to the corner. Kyle hammered down with elbows and a sliding knee. GPA hit Kyle with a jawbreaker. Kyle took down GPA with a leg sweep. Kyle went after GPA with an armbar and forced GPA to tap out. Roderick said Kyle is better wrestler than he is in presence of Roderick. Roderick and the Undisputed Kingdom tried to celebrate with Kyle in the ring, but Kyle left them in the ring. Simon Shrill, thanks for posting the OnlyFans. I will make the bountiful purchase. Thank you. G, have you taken someone's coal in your furnace? Yes, I love anal. I mean, hello. That's no secret for me. World of Amazon wishlist, freaky as F. Thank you. OG Geezer Live. I am the interior of Napone. It's a tampon for men and represents a groundbreaking advancement of personal hygiene, offering new solutions for men's health and comfort. Okay, cool. Bob Dobbs. I subbed to the OnlyFans liked video. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much, Bob. G, LOL, Salmonello, Bob, whoa, add her to the network. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm freaky. That's the whole situation. I am a freaky son of a bitch. And you know what? I'm not afraid to admit it. I've been sexually active for many, many years. Pooch, spit, cheese, and pee. Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh my god, this is a girl. I should go live more often at this time. Initially, so bricked up. It's your aura. Aw, thank you, Simon. Simon with the words tonight. I'm loving this. This is so cool. I love this. I love this so much. They're crazy. So many varieties of cheese. Okay. Rampage main event. The Owens Women's Cup semifinal. Mariah May versus Hikaru Shida. Shida and Mariah traded strikes in the center of her ring. Mariah chopped Shida, then cracked Shida with a charging knee strike. Mariah suplexed Shida. Mariah tried for a sunset power bomb on the floor, but Shida countered with a Rana. Shida smashed Mariah with a knee. Toni Storm got into Shida's face and told her to leave Mariah alone. Toni is so protective of Mariah May, said Tony Schiavone. Always wanted an older woman. How can I achieve that? Just being you. I'm 42, by the way, if anybody wants to know. I am 42 years old. Mariah mounted a comeback in the ring. Mariah unloaded with a shotgun drop kick for a near fall. Toni Storm urged Mariah on. Shida rallied back with a snap suplex. Shida blasted Mariah with elbow strikes, battering down Mariah. Mariah took down Shida with a spinning side slam. Aw, thank you, G. Aw, thank you, XOXO. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Tanakasha go on a date. Bob Dobbs, do you have an opinion on the finger poke of doom? It was just as bad as friggin' what's his oh god, I can't the Shockmaster. I couldn't think of it. It's been so long. So Mariah took down Cheetah with a spinning side slam. Mariah went for a hip attack on Cheetah, but countered with a German suplex. Cheetah rocked Mariah with a Falcon Arrow, but Mariah kicked out at the count of one. Mariah used the back suplex and then a hip attack on Cheetah. Toni Storm taunted Cheetah long enough for Mariah to headbutt Cheetah. Mariah countered the katana with a roll up and pinned Cheetah. Willow Nightingale and Mariah May are the finals of the tournament. Timeless Toni Storm celebrated in the ring. So that was Rampage. Thoughts on black people? Love them to death, but I'm not attracted to them. I have my preferences, and I'm not gonna. But friends, I have loads of black friends, and I love them to death. They're like family, and I'm gonna tell you, I have descendants of black people in Africa. I'm like 20% black. I did the DNA. Yep, this ghost white woman is 20% black. Who would have thunk it? It's also because I'm Puerto Rican, so that's like an obvious issue. I have a preference too. Black people need their own voice. Absolutely, absolutely, and I encourage that. Alyssa, do you think Raquel no, Raquel is, I don't even think Raquel can even return at this point. But that would be the only way that she's going to stand up to Rhea Ripley. That's the only way. But that's a really good, I like that. Alyssa, awesome pointing that out. Thank you. We are going to go right into Collision. Collision was decent. I mean, it wasn't that something. I don't understand. I really don't understand Tony Khan's way of thinking. He knew he was going up against Money in the Bank. Why did he even bother with this show? I think blacks need to tone down from their privilege. I don't know what that means. In one symphonic out. How are you tonight? Can we meet your boyfriend? My boyfriend's actually with his daughter right now. Burger Buddy, much Snow Bunny's at. Beer Daddy Boris, can you throw them buns back and forth as a preview? I will actually do that. I have a nice pair of leggings on, and you'll see my rear end after, but it's going to be clothed, obviously. Bob Dobbs, I've got a text from Booker T saying that it was okay to use the N-word chain in your chat. No, thank you. Please don't. No, listen. Oh my God, yes. Thank you, Beer Daddy Boris. They would cancel me just because what I said. I would never cancel anybody. Just, respect, and that's all I care about. But yeah, I will show you guys my derriere towards the end. All right, after I finish doing Collision and Dynamite, you'll see my derriere as I go off the screen. Takeover, that's great. Oh, I miss takeovers. I miss them greatly, especially the black and gold ones. Oh, those were fucking amazing. So Collision was coming from the Lander Center in South Haven, Mississippi. So MJF kicked off Collision this past Saturday. Why? This should have closed it to get people to tune in. But what do I know? Black and Gold was a TV reference. Black and Gold, if you watch NXT back like 5 years ago when you had Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era, that was my NXT. Slowly, it's starting to get a glimmer of that, and as I said, I'm on in the beginning of August on OnlyFans. You're going to get a review from their live stream. Thick. Yes, I am thick, and my boyfriend loves it. So MJF starts off Collision. No, I have never had one before. I'm going to be doing it at the end. So you got to stay tuned. How do we see videos of your boyfriend? If you're on OnlyFans, they may be seeing it. Um, use enter timeouts. 10 minutes. Confirm. Black and Gold was success because it just hired Ring of Honor indie guys. Yes, and Triple H knew what to do with them. Whoa, we got a racist here. Girl, I already took care of it, Tyrese 300. I see everything. Nope, don't worry. If he does it again, I'm going to summon another person. I'm going to have to put in timeout. Why are you doing this? I don't like this. Channel activity, put user in timeout. 14 minutes. Sorry. Where's my name? In the Mormon Andy. Mommy makes me feel safe. Oh, yes, I make everybody feel safe. Come to mama. Do I have to start blocking people? Put user in timeout. I'm doing 10 minutes. Hopefully I don't have to block them. Because I really don't want to be blocking people if I don't have to. Wish some of my mods would be in here. What the hell is going on here? Why is everybody putting this word in there in my chat? I don't like it. I see it. I don't understand what the heck is going on with this. Like I like being punished. Oh my God. You're pretty. Thank you, piece of pizza. Thank you so much. So, that's okay. Yes, these are my boobs. These are all natural. These are the genuine fortified boobs. All right. MJ kicked off Collision. Cut my music, cut my music. I know everyone in this building is incredibly stupid, but I would appreciate it if I'm talking, you all kept your mouth shut. Daniel Garcia, you are more than a pawn. You really thought MJF is the biggest star in AEW, and you really thought I was going to give you a match at All In. No, man, that match is never going to happen. I was always going to stab you in the back, but during this ruse, there was something you did really offended me. I offered you a match at All In at Wembley Stadium, and you didn't answer me. Well, after what I did to you, you're not going to wrestle again. But I'm not here to talk about Daniel Garcia. I'm here to talk about you fans at home. Roll the clip. Burger Planet is a big fan. If you could lift your legs in the air and shoot a woo baby. Huh. We forget. So there was a footage showed from 8/2/23 episode of Dynamite where MJF was in the ring talking about his emotional rejection disorder and the time that he was bullied as a kid when schoolmate threw quarters at him back in the ring. MJF opened up to you people. I told you if I open up to you, I would wear my heart out. And if you turn your back on me, you didn't give a damn. I did everything for you. I changed for you. I broke my body for you. And how do you repay me? After my best friend stabs me in the back, after Samoa Joe steals my world title, I am on the couch withering in pain. I turned on Dynamite after World's End. And what do people do? You chant, "Thank you, Joe." While I was in physical therapy to get my function back in my left arm, you discarded me for guys like Swerve, Okada, and worst of all, the talentless hack Will Ospreay. Still now. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. He's got another layer to him. He's not the bad guy and he's not a good guy. He's just a scumbag. And I support him. I'm from Long Island. He's a Long Island boy. I'm a Long Island gal. So I'm going to support him every which way. What I did to Daniel Garcia this past Wednesday wasn't personal between me and him. It was personal between me and you fans. I was going to take away everything you love in this company because everything you love sucks. You have ruined everything in this company that I love you with your garbage taste. And the only way I'm going to fix this is with me on top. But you guys like Will Ospreay, you guys are delusional to realize that Will Ospreay cannot help this company like I can. He is a child. He doesn't care about ticket sales. He only cares about putting on good matches for you guys. The only ratings he cares about are from guys like Meltzer. I'm a grown man. I care about TV ratings. So I got an idea. Will, how about you and I pop a number right here, right now? Call yourself Billy the Goat. How about you come out here so I can sacrifice you like one? Exactly. I thought he's not coming out here. Will Ospreay begins to play. He knows that Will Ospreay is not here, said Tony Schiavone. MJF, he's not coming out, you guys, because he's a fickle coward like you fans. My name is MJF, and you could thank me later. We have witnessed the ramblings of the self-absorbed narcissistic punk, and he's a liar, said Tony Schiavone. Can you, MJF, can you tell you were from Long Island with that accent? Yes, it's a very stand out accent. I could actually go to Florida and get picked up that I'm from Long Island. Would you give MJF? No, he's too young for me. Sorry. I need a man. He's a boy. Peasant Penguin. Hey, how are you? Hi, beautiful. Do you shave or wax? I trim. My boyfriend likes a bush. It could be 1K. Can you put your finger for a leg lock? Can you put me in a... No, thank you. Say what I think a boy. Say what I think Discord. You looking beautiful. Thank you. Captain Content. What is the youngest you would date? Right now I'm dating a 38-year-old. Burger is the racist sent to the youngest man you've dated. I'm 25. You got me riled up. I'm sorry, Mormon Andy. I'm sorry. Trios match. The conglomeration. Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly versus the Iron Savages. Sauce Hoss, Beefcake Boulder, Bulk Bronson, and Jack Jameson. Roderick Strong, the Undisputed Kingdom Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven walk to the commentary. So they're on commentary. Kyle looks good with the conglomeration, but he looked better with me. We are going to continue to remind him that he's better with us, said Roddy. Boulder and Bulk bulldozed Kyle with a double shoulder tackle. Jameson tried to jump Kyle, but Kyle raised his knees to defend himself. Bronson tried to grab Kyle, but Kyle tagged out to Mark, who served up redneck kung fu to the Iron Savages. Orange Cassidy tagged in with a tope suicida on Jameson. Cassidy followed up with a high crossbody to Bronson and then a spinning DDT onto Boulder. Orange went for an orange punch, but Bronson caught him in with a massive bear hug. Orange escaped and blasted Bronson with an orange punch to score the victory. Would you date a 70-year-old? Yes. Wild question. Do you get into food porn? No. It's bad for your pH balance. Ari Damali. Hey, how are you tonight? Read faster. I'm waiting for you to butt kind of twerk. Okay, I'm trying here. Okay. Say what? I think milkers. What size are they? They're 48 Fs. She's reading the fan fiction. Intelligent women who are into wrestling. I'm 3. Oh, thank you. That's great to know. I'm getting world racist stuff in here. Chat. I'm sorry I let them influence me. Captain Content, this woman is so nice. Thank you. Would you sleep with Nicholas J? Who the heck is that? This guy, Nicholas J. Fuentes. I think that's how you pronounce it. Clip Bishop. How you doing tonight, Clip? Backstage, we heard from TNT champion, the scapegoat, Jack Perry. Jack Perry. Someone once said the true cost of anything is what you're willing to sacrifice for it. A long time ago, I was the first challenge for the first ever TNT champion, but I wasn't ready then because I didn't realize just how great the cost would be. But as of tonight, I paid in full. I want to give a chance to someone else that could try to take it from me, but they don't. I will sacrifice you. Lexi Nair interviewed Hangman Adam Page. You know why I'm here. He knows why I'm here. I'm going to burn through the rest of this tournament. I'm going all in at Wembley and right a wrong that should have been righted a long time ago. I will burn this world to the ground. Toni Storm versus Trish Adora. Trish knocked down the champ to the mat with a shoulder tackle. Trish hoisted up Toni and twisted her up with a pretzel. Trish rolled up Toni for a 2 count. Fans chanted, "Let's go, Toni, let's go." Toni cracked Trish with a hip attack, knocking Trish to the arena floor. Toni nailed Trish with a backstabber from the ropes. Trish turned the tables on Toni with a backbreaker. They traded forearms in the center of the ring. Trish hit a low-angle German suplex for a near fall. Toni fired back with a hip attack. Toni spiked Trish with a Storm Zero to pick up the victory. Now 14-0 in 2024 with 20 straight wins, said Tony Schiavone. Luther tried to hug Toni, but Mariah jumped in between them and got to Toni first, hugging the champ. We should put on spandex and wrestle in the bedroom. TVA Dan. I do that with my boyfriend. Sorry. Say what I think. I can't wait until Andy Martin does hit this post. Okay. Say what I think. Welcome. After coming face to face with the AEW Unified Trios champions last week, we heard from Christian Cage and the Patriarch, Mother Wayne, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch. Christian Cage, last week, Collision, where there was a lot of people left in awe. Jay White confronted the Patriarch with his words. Those same people were left in awe, and I seemingly let them get away with it. Jay it was never personal. You made it personal. I didn't even know that you were the Trios champions. I'm not sure your head is in the game. Otherwise, you would have entered yourself in the Owen Cup. And it's simple. That's your exit strategy, isn't it? And I can't say I blame you. You've surrounded yourself with Juice Robinson. He's a child. Then you have the guns. Colton is a little promise, but that story is for another day. Now, Jay, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to take those titles off your hands and I'm going to revive them and pave my road to the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm doing you a favor because the fans are tired of you trending water. They want to see the switchblade they thought they were getting when you signed to AEW. Kip Sabian, it was seen out just outside camera frame. Christian Cage, get out of my light. What are you doing here? Kip, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get involved. I just lost my father and I didn't mean in respect. Christian, they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so much like you. I am your father. I'm sure your father was a loser, but hey, at least he's not around to see what a disgrace your career has become. The good news is your day is about to get a whole lot worse. Killswitch, take care of him. Killswitch pummeled Kip Sabian off screen while the patriarch walked away. Yeah, and I'm going to block you completely, Bob, now. I've got to go to bed. Please, may your shake. Yes, you could come back and watch it later on. Look what you did to Bob. Oh, well, Bob messed up. Bob got wrecked. Absolutely. I don't want that word in my chat at all. Sorry. I don't believe in that word. That word is non existent in my eyes. TNT champion, the scapegoat versus Marco Stunt. That was a surprise. Yep. I don't hate on this channel. There's no hate. Good for you. Aw, thank you, funny guy 713. But I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I've been turning down a lot of guys lately, and it's crazy. I'm serious. So Jack Perry looks like he's seen a ghost, said Nigel. Marcus Stunt accepted the challenge. Hell yeah, Jack has no idea what to make of this, replied Tony Schiavone. Marco headbutted Jack Perry. The champ retaliated with vicious lariat. Jack Perry launched Marco headfirst into the turnbuckles. The fans chant, "Let's go, Marco! Let's go, Marco!" Marco rallied back with a flurry of offense. Marco jumped off the turnbuckles, but Jack caught him, nailed Marco with a buckle bomb. Perry charged at Marco with a knee strike and pinned his former friend and Jurassic Express. Line funny guy. She can shake her. Yeah, I read that already. Thank you. The House of Black, Malachi Black, and Brody King were backstage. Malachi, this one's the first time I don't know what to say, but that's the beauty of this little conversation we're about to have. People constantly want to know what's going on with Buddy Matthews and how we feel. We don't feel anything. We don't sweat we sweat our fevers the way most of you do. Revenge is not a straight line for us. For revenge, an imbalanced scale has to be tripped back into perfect balance. It's is a shadow hiding in the dark, waiting to be put back into the light. Brody and Christian, even though we feel nothing, we promise you'll feel everything. Beast Mortos versus Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio planted Mortos with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. He followed up with a big stomp on the Beast. The Beast power bombed Claudio for one count. The Beast dropped a knee pad and charged at Claudio. Claudio dodged him, and the Beast collided with the turnbuckles, falling outside the ring and knocking down a cameraman in the process. Claudio went for a baseball slide, but the Beast moved out of the way. The Beast followed up with a tornado through the ropes. The Beast charged at Claudio again, but Claudio dodged him, sending the Beast into the steel ring post. The Beast and Claudio traded chopped forearms. The Beast blasted Claudio with a crucifix bomb for near fall. The Beast jumped to the top turnbuckle and hit Claudio with a headbutt. The Beast speared Claudio out of nowhere. The Beast is making a statement, said Nigel. Claudio backdropped Beast out of the ring. Claudio clobbered the Beast with a running European uppercut on the arena floor. Back in the ring, Claudio went for a big swing, but Beast headbutted Claudio. The Beast drilled Claudio with a backbreaker for a near fall. Claudio grabbed the Beast by both legs and put him in the big swing, hurling him around the ring. Claudio clocked Beast with an axe bomb lariat and picked up the win. On the gay community, I'm actually bisexual. I love women and I love men. So I'm okay with it. Just oh boy, here we go again. I'm going to be so I don't have to deal with this. Put user in timeout for 24 hours. Confirm. There we go. No hate on my stream tonight, baby. Lexi Naswood's backstage interview, Matt Menard. Matt, I'm not feeling great. I had a concussion. Danny Garcia is back at Buffalo. He lost strength in his left side of his body. He will be making full recovery. There's good news for you, too. MJF, I made a promise to Danny that he'll be the first one getting the satisfaction of getting his hands on you, and you don't know what's going to happen. It could be 6 months from now, a year, and when that day comes, Max, you're getting Red Death. Needs a break. Absolutely. AA. Definitely. Definitely. We're getting. What are we reading? Why are you reading? What am I reading? If you notice the description and everything, I go through WWE and AEW stuff. So this is the results to Collision from this past Saturday. Riho versus Lady Frost. Lady Frost tumbled through a neck breaker on Riho for a 2 count. Riho rallied back with a big crossbody from the top turnbuckle. Riho rocked off the turnbuckle, this time crashing onto Lady Frost on the outside. Lady Frost dodged a double stomp and rocked Riho with a spin kick. Lady Frost rocked Riho with a chiller driver for a near fall. Lady Frost was looking for a frostbite, but Riho pulled Lady Frost off the turnbuckles. Lady Frost came back with a suplex. Lady Frost connected with the moonsault, but Riho kicked out at the count of 2. Riho drilled Lady Frost with a dragon suplex. Riho pinned Lady Frost after a version of an STO. Serena Deeb is watching that move and that match closely, noted Tony Schiavone. Yes, professional wrestling is scripted. It's a choreographed sport, basically. Lexi Nair was backstage with Shane Taylor Promotions. On one side of her and across them were Top Flight with Action Andretti. Shane Taylor, last few weeks, you boys got a pass, but we'll be facing next week on Rampage. Yeah, we'll be selling this, said Action. Darius, let's go. Dante, you want to talk about trash about our boy Lee Moriarty? We don't have to wait till next week. Anthony Agogo, we're going to smash you up. Samoa Joe had harsh words for FTW champion, the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, ahead of their Stampede Street Fight this Wednesday on Dynamite. Samoa Joe, I'm going to massacre you. Don't you have enough faith in anybody to know that they stop me? Owen Hart men's semifinal, Adam Page versus the Switchblade, Jay White. Exactly, Andrew Starr. I love it. No hate. No hate. The winner of this match will face Bryan Danielson on Dynamite. Ring announcer Bobby Cruz informed the audience that he had just been informed that by the EVPs and other than Jay White, the other members of the Bang Bang Gang have been injected from ringside. Hangman Adam hammered on Jay White's back. Jay White booted Page in the abdomen. Adam Page slugged Jay White with a forearm, knocking Jay White to the mat. Page walloped White with a fallaway slam. Jay White tried to stun Page with a Blade Runner, but Page escaped and grounded and pounded White. Switchblade got back on his feet and busted Page open. Jay White charged at Page with a European uppercut. Jay White blistered Page with chops in the corner turnbuckle. Jay White gouged the eyes of Page. Jay White spiked a bloody Page with a DDT for a 2 count. There was a blood spot left on the forehead of Page, said Nigel. Jay White face planted Hangman with a drilled Page with a deadlift German suplex. They slugged it out on the apron, trading forearms. Page powerbombed Jay White on the edge of the ring apron. Adam Page was looking for a buckshot lariat but Jay White countered with a slumming to the mat. Oh boy, here we go. We found another one. We found another one. We found another one. We are going to put this one on a 24-hour ban. Benched. We need a nice bun shake. Yes. No hate. One Sonic. Are you allowed to be racist in here if it's a funny way? No, I don't want that. I used to carry so much of it like oh my God. No. You're banned, bud. Benched. Definitely. LOL. Definitely. Page went for a buckshot lariat. White countered by planting Page on his head. Jay White went for a Blade Runner, but Page countered, looked for a Deadeye, but Jay White escaped. Then Page shoved White, inadvertently knocking him into the referee pole. Ref Paul Turner was knocked down. Page spiked White with a Deadeye, but there was no referee to make the pin. Page took off his belt and began to whip Jay White with it. Jeff Jarrett walked down to the ring and pulled the belt out of Page's hand. As Jarrett and Page were arguing, Jay White dropped Page with a dragon suplex. Another referee came down to eject Jeff Jarrett from ringside. But while the second referee was distracted, Christian Cage jumped into the ring. Christian Cage speared Jay White. Hangman hit a buckshot lariat on Jay White and pinned Switchblade. Look at that smirk of Christian Cage, said Tony Schiavone. Bernie Gers, happy fucking birthday. Birthday cake emojis in my chat right now for Bernie tonight. Happy birthday. So this Wednesday, Dynamite will be American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Hangman Adam Page for the Owen Cup. And it will be Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May for the finals of the Owen Cup. And we are going to be building more towards All In for August 25th, live on pay-per-view from London. Jolly old London. Thanks, TVA Dan. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Bernie. It's your birthday, of course. Of course. I even toast you, and it's coffee. At 8:30 at night, I'm not having anything else. So we're going to go to Dynamite. Please, while you're here, just like it. Like the video, please. I need that thumbs up. Come on. Thumbs up. Smash that like button. Smash it. And please, follow me. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Come on. What are you waiting for? Come on. One Sonic. Thank you. Okay, just for you, though, Mommy. Aw. Thank you, Mom and Andy. Dynamite is for 2 weeks has been really good. I sing the praises. Finally, Tony Khan has finally got it into his thick skull that we need more substance and not just fucking matches to be thrown on for 2 hours. I don't downshift like that. I need something to go along with it. I'm not going to fucking goddamn be a mind reader. So, Dynamite was coming from the Calgary Stampede Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We started off with Ospreay in the ring. Ospreay, last week at the end of Dynamite, I was disgusted, but to be honest, I'm not surprised. I've heard the rumors about MJF. I've heard the rumors that you are one of the most insecure men in pro wrestling, and you showed it. Because a guy like Daniel Garcia earns every opportunity that he gets. And the moment Garcia creeps up on MJF's popularity, MJF does whatever he can to stop it. A pile driver off the second turnbuckle, and MJF, you want to blame the people. You want to blame Nev for being open and vulnerable with them. I've only had a few interactions with MJF. I can already tell you I don't like him. Reason number one, the bidding war of 2024 didn't go your way because Tony Khan would rather spend his money on guys that will elevate AEW rather than bury it. Sweetheart, you haven't done jack shit for the fucking company. Okay? MJF is on my TV. I'm going to fucking goddamn watch. Kim always swims too, I think, smeared. How you doing tonight? I can handle it. Don't worry about it, sweet cheeks. Thank you. So the reason number two, apparently I'm talentless hack. You think you're welcome to that your opinion, but last I checked, I'm in Calgary. I think we can all agree I'm more talented in my left nut than MJF has in his entire body. I think the main reason you don't like me is because I remind people that the identity of what AEW meant to be. I represent the foundation of this place. You came back after injury and you had a tattoo that said AEW, bet on yourself, but you only care about yourself. From the minute I stepped into AEW, I've been cleaning up the messes, but I found the guy who's been making the messes. Oh my God. Okay, thanks, Beer Daddy Boris. That was something that was very interesting to know. So trust me, the whole act, you're a scumbag. Some people that are going to cheer you because they're a scumbag, and that's the best version of MJF. And it's been the same old stuff for 5 years. The level of the devil is the ground floor, but I'm top floor of a skyscraper. And this time, I'm not in England grieving the loss of my grandmother. I'm here ready to fight. So let's handle this, bruv. MJF music played and he appears on the big screen. Does OnlyFans accept EBT? No. MJF, hey Will, up here. You're doing great. Oh, I thought I was going to come. I was gonna come out here. No, these people don't deserve that privilege. I've beaten every one of their favorites. You think you're different? You're a joke. I don't have to murder myself to get them interested in me. I just have to speak. You're wind up monkey for them, and once they see your routine, they'll get tired of it and try to throw you in the trash, just like they tried with me. But I am not replaceable. But with you, I'll throw you out. I'll throw you out and replace you with the next flippy guy that comes along. You want to wrestle me tonight? No, I'm not like you. Well, I don't wrestle for fun or for the fans. Amuse. Say next week, MJF versus Will Ospreay for the international championship. That way, for the first time, you won't be wrestling for the stars. Will you be punching you in the face until I start seeing them? Ospreay, adorable Max. I'll see you next week, you little bitch. That'll be must see TV next week on Dynamite, said Tony Schiavone. Well, I don't really take too many baths. I'm a shower girl. I love my showers. They are so good, especially when the water hits my lower back. I have a very bad back problem because wait till you see my rear end. You'll understand I have a big ass. My salami is see right now. That is really good to know. Thank you very much. As I'm doing my job then. Yes, I love my showers. They are so relaxing. And especially getting like the hot water on my shoulders, my lower back, my neck, everything. First match, the men's final for the Owen Cup. Brian Danielson versus Adam Page. Jeff Jarrett was a special guest enforcer. Excalibur notified us Taz was barred from the building tonight because of the EVPs. Hangman hammered down with right hands on Danielson. Page chopped Bryan into the corner. Danielson dropped down and grabbed a single leg crab, but Page crawled to the ropes, forcing the ref to break the hold. Danielson rocketed out of the ring with a tope. He was seated to Page. The back of Danielson's head cracked the ring barricade. Danielson clutched his neck. Danielson connected with a drop kick from the top rope to Page. Danielson charged at Page, but Page countered by raising his boot. Hangman clubbed Danielson with a lariat on the apron. Am I Jewish? No, I am actually Roman Catholic, but I'm not religious. Danielson head was busted wide open, and Page rammed Bryan's head into the steel ring steps over and over. Back in the ring, they traded strikes. Page blocked a kick from Bryan and applied a swinging sleeper on Bryan. Hangman stopped down on Danielson as blood ran down Danielson's face. Page blistered Bryan's chest and repeated chops. Danielson stunned Hangman, firing back chops of his own. Danielson applied the flying arm breaker. Bryan went over and topped and transitioned to the label lock. Page broke the hold by touching the ropes with his boot. Mel, good to see you. Can I get a shout out for my birthday? Sane Eggert. Give this guy a birthday shout out. Birthday cakes in the emojis in the chat. Thank you. Happy birthday, Sam. Sane. Almost. The OnlyFans is starting in August. No, it's actually up, but my reviews of NXT will be starting in August. Danielson rocked Page with a roundhouse kick. Hangman countered by picking up Bryan with a fireman's carry. Danielson tried to fight out of it, but Hangman drilled Bryan right on his neck with a high-angled suplex. The fans chanted, "Let's go, Bryan! Let's go, Bryan!" Danielson snapped Hangman with a spider's German suplex. Danielson tried for a diving headbutt. Page dodged it. Hangman applied a crossface, but Danielson reached the ropes. Page removed the leather cover off the top turnbuckle, then rammed Danielson's head into the exposed steel. Page moonsaulted off the top. Danielson countered, but Page stuffed Bryan with a tombstone pile driver for a near fall. What random stuff. Go check it out. The link is in the post. I posted it on here. Page climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Bryan shoved him off, knocking Page to the arena floor. Danielson jumped with a springboard dive Page onto the arena floor, pulling out all the stops. Danielson was clutching his neck, once again potentially suffering a stinger. Danielson clobbered Page with kicks to the chest. Page ducked and knocked out and spiked Bryan with a pile driver on the floor. Doc Sampson and Jeff Jarrett checked on Danielson. Hangman shoved Doc Sampson out of the way and to the floor. Hangman pie-faced Jarrett. That's not the integrity of the Owen Hart represents. I congratulate Jeff for not taking the bait, said Excalibur. And you know what? I don't care. It brings more eyes. Bryan ducked a discus lariat for Page. Danielson countered with a running knee strike. Page and Bryan traded headbutts. Danielson cracked Page with a roundhouse kick. Danielson went for another charging knee strike, but Page dodged it, and Danielson inadvertently smashed referee Paul Turner. Page rocked Danielson with a discus lariat. Page whipped Danielson with his belt. Jeff Jarrett entered the ring and admonished Page. Hangman shoved Jarrett to the mat. Jeff Jarrett removed his t-shirt and revealed wearing a referee's uniform. Danielson rolled up Page for a near fall. Hangman escaped the label lock and nailed Danielson with the Deadeye, but Danielson kicked out of the count of two. Hangman blasted Bryan with a buckshot lariat. Page went for a second buckshot lariat, but Danielson countered with a roll-up for a pin near fall. Hangman transitioned into a crossface submission on Danielson. Jeff Jarrett checked on Danielson, but Danielson's arm did not drop. Danielson hooked Hangman tight and pinned him. We were all stunned. Hangman is stunned. Danielson will be competing for the AEW World Championship at Wembley Stadium at All In London. Dr. Martha Hart. The cunt, I call her. Dr. Cunt. Jeff carried the Owen Hart Foundation Cup to the ring. Dr. Cunt, it's great to be back here in Calgary during the Stampede Week and in Owen's hometown. And with great pleasure that I award the Owen Cup to Bryan Danielson, and we'll see you at Wembley Stadium at All In for your title shot. Can you put OF on sale in celebration of new viewers? It's only $5. It's only $5. I'm not charging any more until I get more followers. If I could get over 100 followers, then I'll raise it to 10. It's not that hard. Freaking Sean Ross Sapp is giving you nudes for $5 a month. I could give you nudes for $5 a month. You get more pleasure out of that, trust me. Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana head out to the ring. Swerve, who knows who he'll face in All In London, said Excalibur. Swerve, no, sorry. Swerve, I stood on the stage not more than a week ago staring across from Will Ospreay, looking at a man eye-to-eye, and you know what he told me? He said, the best in the world is whoever holds the world championship. I had to silence that. So now that I beat Will Ospreay, you're looking at the best of the world and the AEW World Champion. By the way, congratulations to Bryan Danielson winning the Owen Cup. It's true. It'll be a true honor facing you in the main event for the AEW World Championship at Wembley this year. But I'm still not over the fact that you hold a pinfall victory over me, Bryan, and I am someone that holds on to grudges. We are two different points of our careers right now. Bryan, you are on the downside. Me, you could say we're looking at the most dangerous man in AEW. Speaking of which, it is more than a couple of weeks ago that the EVPs walked down to the ring and offered me and tried to bribe me with Reebok pumps. They also tried to offer me a spot in Blood and Guts in Team Elite. Well, I'm here to officially announce I will be joining Blood and Guts Team A, but on Team AEW. Now, like I said, you do not make a team AEW and not offer the world champion a spot on the team. So I'm going to lead that team. I'm going to do we're getting another one. Another one. We're doing we're going to put this one on timeout for another 24 hours. Come on. We are going to do that. Right? No. So like I said, you do not make a team AEW and not offer the world champion a spot on the team. So I'm going to lead that team. I'm going to not just one, but two things that Bryan Danielson failed to do this year. One, beat Will Ospreay, and two, lead AEW in a victory against the Elite. Speaking of the Elite, we're now in the Dynasty era, right? There are three men who are appointed the lead of Dynasty. First, the number one, yours truly, Swerve Strickland. The number two, the AEW World Champion, Will Ospreay. And three, the Continental Champion, Okada. So now, how we do this? I offer you a challenge, Okada. You versus me, the World Champion. Will you really show you how to make it rain, bitch? So in closing, I'll see you in All In London, Brian. I promise you this. Will be your final countdown. And whose house? Swerve's house. I love the band song. Shout out to my cousin Nick. Goes out, please. He's a big fan. Oh, yes. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. Hi. Good evening, Todd Burgundy. Cornstarch Cameron. Yes. I found another one. I wonder where my mods are. Hey, I got a freaking great idea. I've posted my PayPal. If anybody wants to donate, the highest donation will be my next moderator. You've got to give me and leave your come back into my comments after I ward you that, and so I can look up your name and give you the moderator. Oh, thank you, Rekka. We have a music video played by the Acclaim featuring their diss track for the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. I need a big Negro pen. Big Negro pen. You're funny, Mo. How you doing tonight? Stampede Street Fight. FTW Champion Chris Jericho versus Samoa Joe. Joe pummeled Chris in the corner. Joe splashed Jericho and then kicked him. Joe followed up with a heavy jabs. Jericho fired back with forearms and then wicked chops to Joe. Joe wiped out Brian Keith outside the ring with an elbow suicida. Chris Jericho whipped Joe into the barricade. Chris Jericho grabbed a steel chair and whacked the chair across Samoa Joe's back. Chris Jericho pulled a black bag from beneath the ring. Chris Jericho emptied the contents into the ring. Out spilled steel horseshoes. Samoa Joe hoisted up Jericho and dropped him across the horseshoes. Joe followed up with a senton for a near fall. Jericho kicked Samoa Joe with a low blow, perfectly legal in the match. Jericho applied walls on Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe grabbed a horseshoe and popped Jericho in the head with one, allowing Joe to escape. Chris Jericho retaliated with a dropkick in the middle turnbuckle. Jericho jumped off the apron, but Joe walked out of the way. Samoa Joe grabbed Jericho by the hair and pulled him backstage. Now, they just have raised the stakes, said Nigel. I am not going to touch with the old man, but whatever he does is creepy. You can come back and watch it. It's a great thing. Great thing. Sorry, I want to make sure everybody gets to see it at the end. But you'll see it. Just go back. Trust me. You won't regret it. So Jericho threw hot coffee at Samoa Joe's face. Samoa Joe countered with a Judas effect with a near naked choke. Big Bill came out of a room and cracked Samoa Joe in the back with a steel chair. Brian Keith and Big Bill held Samoa Joe back. Chris Jericho wrapped his belt around his fist and punched Samoa Joe in the head. Big Bill and Brian Keith forcibly put Samoa Joe on a pallet on a forklift. Jericho smiled and drove a forklift through the wall. The wall collapsed on Samoa Joe. The doctor stopped the match, and Chris Jericho was declared the winner. An unconscious Samoa Joe was taken by paramedics in an ambulance. First hook, now Samoa Joe, said Excalibur. Chris Jericho, along with Big Bill, Brian Keith, watched as the ambulance leave the arena. Bye, Joe, thanks, said diabolical Chris Jericho, waving goodbye to Samoa Joe in the ambulance. Good night, Cornstarch Cameron. JJ, hi. Do you have a daughter named? No, I don't have any daughters. G, have you ever been? Yes, I have many times. Absolutely. But that's when I was younger. I can't do it now. I'm too old. Plus, my boyfriend's fucking fists are fucking too big for me. Global gory four-way match. Claudio Castagnoli, Kyle Fletcher, the bastard, Pac, and Tomohiro Ishii. Gate meaning, all right, I'm going to give you the meaning of gate. It means to open as far as you want, and you just keep on putting things in there and whatnot. The winner of this match will receive a shot at the AEW International Champion. Don Callis has joined the broadcast booth. Claudio Castagnoli, Ishii traded strikes. Kyle Fletcher blindsided both of them. Claudio rocked Kyle, and then Claudio and Ishii went back at it. Ishii wiped out Claudio with a shoulder tackle, but Pac dropped kicked Ishii from the top rope. Kyle Fletcher tripped Pac, but Pac came back up with a step-up Hurricane Rana. Fletcher fired a thrust kick to Claudio. Ishii grabbed Fletcher and dropped Fletcher on Fletcher's back. Claudio gut wrenched Ishii. Claudio wiped out all three of his competitors with a dive over the top rope to the arena floor. Back in the ring, Ishii cleared house with a series of headbutts. Pac drilled Kyle with a reverse Rana. Claudio clubbed Pac with an uppercut. Fletcher stuffed Ishii with a tombstone pile driver for a near fall. The fans chanted, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" Oh, dildos and bats and stuff like that. Big things. But that's when I was younger. When I was in my 20s, I'm in my 40s. That ain't happening. My allergies are kicking my ass today. So Claudio grabbed Fletcher or held him around the ring like a rag doll with a giant swing. Claudio applied the sharpshooter. Pac climbed to the top turnbuckle, dropped an elbow on Fletcher. Pac looked for a brutalizer on Fletcher. Ishii headbutted Claudio and suplexed Claudio. Ishii decimated Pac with a lariat. Ishii blasted Fletcher with a lariat for a near fall. Claudio grabbed Fletcher and planted him with a neutralizer. Pac ran into square off with Claudio. Ishii was rocked by German suplex from Pac. Fletcher rolled up Pac for a near fall. Pac climbed to the top turnbuckle, splashed Fletcher with the black arrow. Pac looked for the brutalizer, but Fletcher tapped out. Callis walked off in disgust. Pac has now earned a shot at the AEW International Championship. If you clean them properly, you're fine. You keep everything clean, you're good to go. I'm very conscientious of like my toys and everything. Word to the wise. So Pac, safe to say things have not been going well for me recently since returning to AEW in March. I have made my bold promise and I have suffered many humiliating failures. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but what I do know is at all in season, and I won't be denied by Wembley moment. So tonight's victory stand as a line in the sand. The bastard will be back. Renee Paquette was backstage and tried to interview Hangman Anna Page. Page ignored Renee and knocked on the Elite's dressing room door. Okada answered, "Can I help you?" Hangman tried to push his way past Okada. "Okada, can I help you?" The Bucks told Okada to stand down. Matthew Jackson asked if there is anything they can do for Hangman. Adam replied, "I'll do it," and stormed off. Okada, "You guys okay?" Nicholas, "Now we are." Matthew, "I think we're going to be just fine." Yes. 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 It was time for TBS champion and New Japan Strong Women's champion Mercedes Moné to do a victory toast. Mercedes, Calgary, please say hello to you, CEO. I'm honored to be here with you tonight. I celebrate my history-making double victory. And a huge shout out to my boys, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, for extra security tonight because I will not be interrupted. These two titles prove that I'm the past, present, and the future because I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. No bueno. You're not the first time getting double belts. Talk to your friend Becky, okay? These two, as far as Britt Baker goes, you better wake up from your stupid fantasy of facing me at All In, because if you did face me at All In, I would leave you with way more than a couple of herniated discs and a stroke. I would leave you for dead. So time to celebrate. Grab your glasses. Let's pour a toast and raise a little toast to the greatest of all time, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Walked out to the ramp, kicking the security. Mercedes ran out of the ring, wanting no part of Britt Baker. The doctors upstaging the CEO once again, said Excalibur. The fans chanted DMD, DMD. Backstage, Brandon Cutler was begging Darby Allin to stop. Darby pummeled Cutler. Darby, Jack Perry, that's what you say? We all have to make sacrifices. Brandon Cutler just made his. The Elite really thought this was over. Dynamite 250, we're just getting started. Owen Cup, women's final. Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. The winner will face Toni Storm at All in Wembley in London. How many partners have I had? I've had over 100 partners. Right now, I'm in a committed relationship, so I have had over 100, women and men. Yes, and that's going to be on my OnlyFans. And my boyfriend will be shooting some photos this weekend to put up. If you could find in my post, but I will repost it after I get off of here. You could do my PayPal and you can write a message, and I will shout it out on next week's show. Live chat. I will do in August 1st. I will be doing NXT live feed going live on OnlyFans. I will be topless, and then you can ask me any question you want. I'm actually a breast cancer survivor. I've had breast cancer, and I would probably do it only if I had gone out of my remission. Yes, I've been cancer free for 2.5 years. So we have Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. Willow was looking for a version of the Dr. Bomb, but Mariah May grabbed the ropes. Willow chopped Mariah May and then wiped out Mariah with a shoulder tackle. Mariah retaliated with a drop kick. Mariah May drop kicked Willow in the spine. Willow blocked a kick from Mariah, then followed up with a cannonball off the apron and down onto Mariah on the arena floor. Mariah regained momentum with a drop kick from the top rope. Mariah smashed Willow with a hip attack and then a DDT for a near fall on Willow. And the PayPal, I will be definitely sending a screenshot of my PayPal, and it will be on here. And if you want, you can follow me on X. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. I'm on Cameo. I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything. I'm on OnlyFans and Snapchat. That handle is Real Mel's Mat Chat. Go find it. Willow planted Mariah with a spinebuster out of nowhere. Mariah fought her way out of the sharpshooter attempt. Mariah cracked Willow with a running uppercut in the corner. Mariah wiped out Willow with a Hurricane Rana for a near fall. Willow avoided a knee strike. Willow blasted Mariah with a fisherman's bomb for a near fall. Mariah went to pounce, but Mariah countered with a headbutt right at the right time, right place. Someone with A Sting sweatshirt jumped onto the apron and tried to distract Willow. At the transpiring, Tony jumped on the apron on the other side of the ring. Tony distracted the referee. Chris Statlander ambushed Willow with a pump kick. The person in the Sting sweatshirt revealed themselves to Stokely Hathaway, and he and Chris Statlander ran to the back, laughing the entire way. The official didn't see it, said Nigel. Tony Storm perhaps providing the intervention that Mariah May needed, and Chris Statlander proving the kick to the head that Mariah May needed, replied Excalibur. I would be. I would definitely be if the time was right. Yes, definitely. Danger 592. The second family, if you're down, definitely. It just got to be the right time and the right place. Maybe we could do something during Grand Slam when it eventually comes up. It's depending on my schedule because this is not my day job. Yes, definitely, Derek, for real. How you doing tonight? Mariah May nailed Willow with a running knee strike. Willow kicked out the count of two. Mariah was looking for a Mayday, but Willow escaped. Mariah rolled up Willow for a cradle, but Willow escaped the pin attempt. Mariah May hit a lariat on Willow for a 2 count. Willow splashed Mariah with a cannonball in the corner. Willow hoisted up Mariah in the center of the ring looking for Death Valley Driver, but Mariah countered it with a roll up and pinned Willow. Mariah May will face Tony Storm for the Women's World Championship on the 25th of August at All In London, said Excalibur. After the match, Mariah took the Owen Cup title belt and smashed it into Tony's head. Mariah then whipped Tony Storm with the belt. Luther tried to stop Mariah, but Mariah nailed Luther with the belt shot. What the hell was wrong with Mariah May? Asked stunned Excalibur. She had snapped, said Tony Schiavone. She has snapped or has been playing us all along, exclaimed Excalibur. Tony's son was busted wide open, blood gushing from her forehead. Mariah May knocked Luther off the stage and sent him crashing through the table on the floor. Mariah May bludgeoned Tony Storm with Tony's high heel shoe. The referee tried to stop Mariah May. Mariah shoved Aubrey Edwards to the floor. It's the end of an affair, said Nigel. This is despicable, said Excalibur. Ungodly, replied Tony Schiavone. So Collision is coming from the Calgary Stampede Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta. And then they're going to be at Dynamite for $250 from the Simmons Bank Arena in Little Rock, Arkansas. So that is it. That is it. That is it. Please do me a favor. If you can get a chance to check out the rest of the content on the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the bell for all notifications. So when I go live, upload a video, or do a short, you will all know about it. Please follow me on all my social media: Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, X, Cameo, all Mel's Mat Chat. There's 2 social media that is different. It's my Snapchat and OnlyFans. It's real Mel's Mat Chat. So go check me out all there. Please do me a favor. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Go visit Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Go visit Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. And go visit and check out HOG Wrestling, House of Glory at hogwrestling.net. I will be back here next week at 2 p.m. on Friday with episode 249. Come and join me. And I'm a woman of my word. You're going to get my ass. I'm going to get up. You're going to see my ass. And then how I'm going to end the show. Please, I'm going to set my PayPal up so you can donate. Write a message, and I will read it to you guys next week on episode 249. So here you go. Here's my ass. I hope you guys have a great evening. I love you all, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for the new subscribers. I will see you next week at 2 p.m. on Friday. Love you all for episode 249. Love you all. Good night.